I'm still finding your hair on the passenger seat, and the smell of your perfume in the winter heat. We're living in a house that's already been sold, trying to keep warm while the fire grows cold. We're still sharing coffee and checking the time, but we both know we're guilty of the same quiet crime. We're dancing in the kitchen to a song that's already over, leaning on each other just to feel a little sober. It's the slowest kind of heartbreak, a shadow on the wall. We're waiting for the leaves, but we've already hit the fall. It's the long goodbye, a mile at a time, watching the mountain while we're losing the climb. We're holding on tight just to let it all go, moving so fast, but we're feeling so slow. It's 1,000 small deaths before the final good night. We're still in the room, but we've lost all the light. The I love you sound like a habit we kept in the space on the pillow where a stranger once slept. We talk about tomorrow like it's still gonna come, while we're beating our chests like a hollowed out drum. I'm mourning a version of you that's already left, and I'm the only witness to this beautiful theft. If you just slam the door, I could finally bleed. If you just walk away, I'd have the silence I need. But we're hovering here in the almost and not yet, trying to remember what we're supposed to forget. In the long goodbye, a mile at a time, watching the mountain while we're losing the climb. We're holding on tight just to let it all go, moving so fast, but we're feeling so slow. It's 1,000 small deaths before the final good night. We're still in the room, but we've lost all the light. Just go. Don't wait for the sun to go down. The long goodbye is the loudest sound. The sun is aggressive, it's cutting through the blinds, trying to wake up the parts of me I'm trying to leave behind. The ceiling has a map of every place we'll never go, and the floor is littered with the versions of us I used to know. I wanna move my hand to reach for where you used to be, but even the air in this room feels like it's crushing me. They say the morning is a chance to start it all again, but I'm still stuck in the goodbye and the how have you been. It takes every ounce of mercy just to take a single breath, while I'm drowning in a memory that's scaring me to death. It's the weight on my eyelids, the heaviness I know. It's the anchor in my chest that won't let me let you go. I'm tired of the fight, I'm tired of the why, I'm tired of watching the world move on while I just wanna die. Every time I close them, I see your face in the dark, but opening them back up is the hardest part. The phone is vibrating, someone's asking if I'm okay. I don't have the vocabulary for this kind of gray. If I stand up, then the reality becomes a solid thing. The empty closet, the silence, the ghost of your ring. So I stay under the covers where the shadows are kind, and I try to bury that forever that we left behind. It's a gravity that science doesn't know how to name. The way the bed feels like a desert since you took your flame. I'm not sleeping, I'm just hiding from the light, because the day is much more lonely than the middle of the night. your face in the dark, but opening them back up. I grew in the cracks of the sidewalk you walked on, reaching for light in the shadows you cast. I was easy to love when the summer was long, but I wasn't built for a season to last. You picked me so gently, you held me so close, but a flower in a vase is just a ghost of a rose. I gave you my colors, I gave you my sand. I didn't realize that's not what you meant. You wanted a garden, a straight in a row, but I only knew how to let the wind blow. I've got a heart like a wildflower, fragile and free. I wasn't made for the walls you built around me. You tried to prune me, to make me stay small, but when you stop the rain, the petals have to fall. Now I'm withered and lonesome in a beautiful jar, forgetting the feeling of blooming under the stars. The water is stagnant, the sunlight is dim. I'm losing the edges, I'm losing the wind. You keep the room quiet, you keep the door shut, but you can't heal the spirit once the stem has been cut. I'm a souvenir now of a love you once felt, watching the rest of my innocence melt. While things don't belong in a house made of stone, they'd rather be dying out there on their own than living forever with roots in a glass, watching the world and the butterflies I've got a heart like a wildflower, fragile and free. I wasn't made for the walls you built around me. You tried to prune me, to make me stay small, but when you stop the rain, the petals have to fall. Now I'm withered and lonesome in a beautiful jar, forgetting the feeling, blooming under the stars. Let the wind take the seeds, let me scatter away. I was meant for the fields, not the games that you play. Just a wildflower in the dust. The hospital time is biting and cold. The story of us is a story grown old. The monitors hum like a choir out of tune, while I'm watching the ghosts ghost of a pale afternoon. You're sleeping so deeply, a world far away, and I'm losing the words that I'm dying to say. I'm wearing this cotton, this paper thin blue, a uniform made for the broken and new. But the halls are too long and the air is too thin, and I don't know where me ends and we should begin. Now I'm running in gowns through the stairway light, chasing a heartbeat in the middle of the night. The strings in the back are all coming untied, just like the promises we buried inside. I'm exposed to the cold, I'm bad to the bone, running in gowns, and I'm running alone. There's a plastic ID wrapped tight around my wrist, a physical proof of the life that we missed. They say that I'm healing, they say I'll be fine, but they can't see the fracture you left in my spine. I'm dodging the cards and the ghosts in the hall, trying to catch you before I just fall. It's a race with no finish, a track with no end, searching for lovers in the beds of a friend. The fabric is flapping like a flag of defeat, while my bare feet are burning on the love machine. Now I'm running in gowns through the stairway light, chasing a heartbeat in the middle of the night. The strings in the back are all coming untied, just like the promises we buried inside. I'm exposed to the cold, I'm bare to the bone, running in gowns, and I'm running alone. Wait for me. The hallway's turning to gray, don't let the doctors take you away. Just running, running in gowns until I disappear. gold frame is splintered on the living room floor, but the picture inside looks the same as before. We're laughing in June before the frost settled in, before we knew how to let the shadows win. Now I'm sweeping up pieces of a life we designed, leaving the sharpest of edges behind. They say that there's art in the way things decay, in the cracks where the light finds a way to play. But it's hard to see beauty in a shattered remains when I'm the one bleeding out all of the stains. Now we're beautifully broken, a mess on the rug, losing the warmth of a ghost of a hug, like stained glass windows in a chapel of bone. We're shining the brightest when we're left all alone. It's a masterpiece made of the tears that we cried, beautifully broken, with nowhere to hide. I'm gluing the shards back as best as I can, but the lines show the flaws in the heart of a man. You can't hide the seams where the lightning struck down. I'm a king wearing nothing but a fractured crown. The scars tell a story that the skin can't forget, of a love that was perfect and hasn't ended yet. Kintsugi hearts mended with gold, a story of us that will never be told. Without the wreckage, there wouldn't be light. But God, it's so heavy to stay in this Yeah, we're beautifully broken, a mess on the run, losing the warmth of a ghost of a hug, like stained glass windows in a chapel of bone. We're shining the brightest when we're left all alone. It's a masterpiece made of the tears that we cried, beautifully broken, with nowhere to go. No kind of light, catching the cracks. There's no way of going, and no turning back. Just a beautiful mess in the end. I'm standing in the kitchen where my mother used to crave. Same flickering light bulb, same hollow, I'm fine. I'm wearing the silence like a coat passed down. walking the same 10 blocks through this bows to the town. Saw your name on the screen, and I felt the old pull. Glass half empty, trying to feel half full. I'm reaching for the phone like a habit, like a ghost to the one who always hurt me the most. But I'm tracing the lines on the palm of my hand, trying to find where the storm meets the land. 'Cause I'm breaking the cycle, I'm snapping the chain. I'm tired of dancing in your hurricane rain. It's a generational ache, it's a wound that won't close, but I'm cutting the stem to save the rose. It's the hardest no I've ever had to say, but I'm breaking the cycle today. I won't let my children inherit this cold, or the stories of sorry that never grow old. I'm burning the blueprints of the house we built under the weight of the shadow and guilt. The hospital tell is biting and cold. The story of us is a story grown old. The monitor's hung like a choir out of tune, while I'm watching the ghost of a pear afternoon. You're sleeping so deeply, a world far away, and I'm losing the words that I'm dying to say. I'm wearing this coat in this paper-thin blue, a uniform made for the broken and new. But the halls are too long and the air is too thin, and I don't know what me ends and we should begin. I'm roaring and dashing through the sterile white light, chasing a heartbeat in the middle of the night. The strings in the back are all coming untied, just like the promises we buried inside. I'm exposed to the cold, I'm bare to the bone, running in gowns, and I'm running alone. There's a plastic ID wrapped tight around my wrist, a physical proof of the life that we missed. They say that I'm healing, like you say I'll be fine, but they can't see the fracture you left in my spine. I'm dodging the carts and the ghosts in the hole, trying to catch you before I just fall. It's a race with no finish, a track with no end, searching for lovers in the beds of a friend. The fabric is flapping like a flag of defeat, while my bare feet are burning on the linoleum sheet. Yeah, I'm running in gowns through the sterile white light, chasing a heartbeat in the middle of the night. The strings in the back are all coming take you away. Just running in gowns until I disappear. I'm staring at the reflection I don't wanna know, tracing the outlines of a ghost I used to hold. The silence in this hallway is screaming out your name, and I'm the only one left here to carry all the blame. I built a wall to keep you safe, but I built it way too high. Now I'm just a spectator watching my own life go by. I had the stars right in my head, but I let them slip away like grains of sand. Every bridge I cross, I end up burning down. I'm the king of a kingdom where I'm the only one around. 'Cause I'm my own worst enemy, my own greatest fear. I'm the reason that you're gone and why I'm still standing here. I broke the heart I promised that I'd always try to mend. I'm the beginning of the story and the reason for the end. I'm fighting a war where I'm on both sides, and there's nowhere left for a broken man to hide. The coffee's getting cold on your side of the bed. I'm replaying every toxic word that I should have never said. You were the anchor, I was just the storm. You were the fire that kept me feeling warm. But I blew out the candle just to see if I could breathe, and I never thought the cost would be watching you leave. If I could go back, if I could just rewind, I'd erase the selfish version of the man I left behind. But the ink is already dry and the pages have been torn. I'm just a hollow shadow of the person I was born. sorry doesn't fix the glass. I'm just a ghost watching my own future pass. Just me and the echoes, my own worst enemy. Always me. The world turned white, I was calling your name. Now every street corner looks exactly the same. I'm buried in the quiet of the things we didn't say, watching the blue light of the winter fade away. I can see the surface, it's a diamond-crusted glass, waiting for the shadow of your footsteps to pass. My lungs are heavy with the crystal air. I'm reaching for a hand that's no longer there. It's a beautiful mercy that's freezing up time, but I'm losing the rhythm and I'm losing the rhyme. And I'm breathing under snow, gasping for the heat of a heart that used to rhythm against mine so sweet. It's a muffled kind of screaming, a soft-spoken goodbye. I'm looking for the sun in a low-hanging sky. I'm not dead yet, but I'm drifting so slow, just trying to remember how to breathe under snow. The silence is a fever, it's a weight on my chest. I'm putting the ghost of our summer to rest. Every exhale is a cloud, a memory turned cold, of a story we promised would never grow. The ice is moving inward, it's numbing the pain. But God, I'd give anything for a drop of the rain. They say that the spring is just a winter away, but I've forgotten the color of a Saturday. I'm a seed in the dark, I'm a bird in the frost, just counting the things that the blizzard has caused. I'm breathing under staring at the letter that you left on the nightstand, tracing every letter with a shaking, heavy hand. The ink is like a poison, it's seeping through the page, turning every memory into a rusted cage. You used to write in colors, in yellows and in blues, but now there's only one shade left for me to lose. The always and the forever have all bled into one, an eclipse over the promise of our morning sun. I'm choking on the sentence that you didn't have to say. It's the darkest kind of anchor dragging me away. It's a black word written on my soul, a jagged little empty space that makes me lose control. It's the goodbye that hit me like a physical blow. The never, that's the only thing I'm allowed to know. I'm drowning in the ink of the things you meant. A black word where all the light went. I tried to scrub the feeling from the surface of my skin, but the over is a stain that's already settled in. I'm rereading the silence in between every line, searching for a heartbeat that I used to call mine. But the vowels are all hollow and the consonants are cold, a story of a tragedy that's already been told. You crossed me out like a mistake you had to fix. Now I'm just a pile of ash and broken bricks. There's no room for sorry when the page is already stained. It's nothing but the shadow of the love that remains. A black word where all the light went. Just a mark, a smudge on the years, mixed with the salt of 1,000 tears. One black word and the lights go out. The sidewalk is a graveyard for the things we couldn't keep, while the city's finally falling into a shallow sleep. There's a string of silver tangle in the gutter by the drain, a little bit of magic magic, drowning in the freezing rain. It was shining on the branches when you said we'd never part. Now it's just a piece of plastic, like the remnants of my heart. The holidays are over, but the ghost of us remains in the flickering of neon and the rattling of chains. I'm standing on the corner where the glitter meets the mud, feeling every I don't love you like a fever in my blood. Now I'm just tinsel in the rain, washing down the street. A memory of a fire that's lost all of its heat. I used to be the shimmer, I used to be the light, but I'm just a tangled shadow in the middle of the night. Hard to stay pretty when the storm is coming down. Just a piece of broken Christmas in a lonely part of town. I'm looking at the windows where the families are warm, while I'm losing all my color to the rhythm of the storm. You took the star and left the box. You took the best of me and left me like the needles from a dying winter tree. There's no way to fix the sparkle once the water soaked the soul. I'm a fragment of a story that'll never be made whole. Cheap gold and silver, we were never meant to last. Just a season of distraction that's already in the past. Sweep me in the corner, throw the memories away. There's no room for yesterday on a cold and rainy Christmas in a lonely part of town. Soaking wet, losing my shine. The world moves on, but you're still mine. Just tinsel in the rain. In the